Good morning. Welcome back to Off-Took Outdoors. I'm Ted, your host. Today is the start of my Ohio Rutcation. I'll be hunting down there for 8 days. Today I'm leaving, all packed up, and I'm heading down to my lease. I'm going to change out my SD card, get some things ready there, and then I'm going to head to Bob's, and then we're going to settle in, and then I'm going to try to get out this evening to hunt, and then I'm going to be hunting all the way till next Sunday. So PA's been pretty rough so far, as you can see on my videos, but this is the episode 2 of the 2022 Ohio Deer Trail. So I hope you follow along. I hope you enjoy it. Like I said, I'm bringing it to you exactly how it happens. If there's a lot of action, if there's a little action, I'm just showing you my journey hunting this year. So I hope you guys can appreciate that, and we'll see you when we get to Ohio.
All right, well, I made it to Ohio. I'm climbing up this hill here. I'm gonna go in, dump some stuff out, fix my scrape, and pull my SD card. But I'm not gonna film while I'm in there, because I'm gonna just get in there and get out without making the least amount of noise possible. So stay with me, and I will see what's on the camera, and I'll put them on this video for you guys. See you in a bit. All right, well, I just got back to the truck. I went up, I dumped the corn out, I changed my SD card, and I freshened up my scrape. So it looked really good in there. There's a few buck rubs that are on the path that I cut out to go in. So deer are definitely using it. It's just a matter of the right deer using it. So I'm gonna go back to Bob's house now. We're gonna get settled in, and I'm hoping I can get back out tonight. If not, if the weather doesn't permit, then I'll be out first thing in the morning. So we'll see you then. Alright guys, well, it's the first evening in Ohio. It's a little windy. We got a southwest wind of about 12 miles an hour. I baited my stand today. I changed the card out, the SD card. I had one 8-point on there. It was a borderline. I don't think I'd shoot it. But we just got in the stand now. We're going to see what happens. So stay tuned. I'm pretty excited about this week. It's been warm pretty much all this week. My buddy's been down here, Bob, and he hasn't seen too much. So this next couple of days there's supposed to be a cool down. So we'll see what happens. And I know next week, which I won't be hunting down here, but it's supposed to get really cold next week. So, but we only can do what we can do. So I'll be here for 8 days, so stay tuned. I hope you enjoy the series. All right, guys. It's 4:30, and haven't seen anything yet, so we'll see. I heard some gunshots over the hill. I don't know if like duck season or something's in, but I seen a bunch of people down there with dirt bikes and quads on the other side of the hill. But we'll see what happens. Sun's starting to go down now. Alright, we'll see. Alright guys, you can see the sun's going down right now. So unless something happens, I'm going to leave in about 15 minutes. So, but check out that sunset over there. It's pretty awesome. So, no luck tonight. It was really warm. It was 70 degrees today. So, but we're going to wrap it up, and I think tomorrow I'm going to sit all day. So We'll see you on the next hunt. Good morning. It's about 7 o'clock. I just had a 3-point down at the corn. He was real skittish though. He came in. He was sort of looking up at me. Then he went down over the hill here, so I just rattled and grunted, so we'll see what happens. It's November 7th. It's 43 degrees. The wind's 4 miles an hour out of the northwest. And the skies are pretty clear. So I'm going to try to sit all day today, so we'll see what happens. Alright everyone, well it's about 11 o'clock. I seen that 8-point probably about 10:30. And I don't know what happened, but he blew behind me. He like snorted. And he come running past me up to the right. And then he stopped and then he come walking back down. And he went behind me again. So what I did was I grunted and it stopped him and he was looking. But he kept going. So then what I did was I hit the horns together and grunted, and he walked within 15 yards of me. So it wasn't what I was looking for, so he got the pass. But I don't think I had him on camera down here, so we'll see what happens. All right, everybody. It's like 2 o'clock. And I haven't seen anything but squirrels, so we're just gonna stick it out and see if we can't see something. It was a pretty good day so far. I've seen 4 different bucks in a doe. So we'll see. We've seen a button buck also. But the time was, the deer cast said 11:30 to 1:30. I didn't see anything in that time frame, so. Alright guys, well, it's 3 o'clock. I
I just had a buck come down about 50 yards away. He got below the corn pile, and he must have smelt me if my wind's swirling. But he just turned around and jumped and went back that way. He didn't continue running, but he's down here somewhere. So I'm gonna keep an eye out for him. Alright. Stay tuned. Alright, it's 4:30. And Bob just seen a nice big 8-point with a dark rack. He said it was walking down by the road. So we'll see what happens. Sun's starting to go down now. Alright everybody, it's about 6:40, and I'm going to start packing my stuff up and getting out of here. That's going to end it for this hunt. We had a pretty eventful day. No shooters, but we had some action, so we'll see you on the next hunt. Good morning. It's about 10 to 7. November 8th. Temperatures are 34 degrees. The wind's out of the northwest at 6 miles an hour. And the skies are clear. Today is the full moon. So the deer cast has the deer moving from 12:30 to 2:30. And that's all the activity we got during the day today. So I just rattled and grunted, and we're just going to sit back and see what happens. About 8:15, and I just had a doe and a button buck come down. I saw a buck early this morning. He came down by the corn. I think it was the one I saw yesterday morning, and I don't think he's a shooter, but I got to get a better look at him. So he went down behind here and went back towards his private property. But a doe and a button buck come down off the hill the same way they did yesterday. There was nothing behind it. And then they got to about 7 yards of me, and the wind swirled. And they caught my wind, and she started blowing. And then she went back towards Bob. So, see what happens. There's some deer moving, but no shooters yet. All right, guys. Well, it's 11 o'clock. I haven't seen any more activity. But the deer cast says 12:30 to 2:30, so we're staying in all day. Bob, he actually grunted in a nice 7-point. He said it'll be good for next year. So that's encouraging, but really haven't seen any rutting activity right now in our area. I don't know why. I had that buck basically like tending a doe yesterday, but nothing aggressive. So we're just hoping that it turns on, and it can turn on anytime like a light switch. So we're just going to, I just stood up to stretch a little bit and to
get the feeling back in my legs. But yeah, we're gonna see. I want the my new Havoc 10-point, my RS 440 to eat today. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, it's been very, very slow today. I seen 2 doe and a button buck with a doe, and then I seen the buck this morning that had a white rack. I think it's the same one I saw yesterday morning up behind me tending that doe, which I thought it was a shooter, but it don't look like it. If that's the same deer, I don't think I would shoot that deer this year. So we'll see what happens. All right, well, it is 2:30, and I haven't seen anything midday so far. So we're just gonna stick it out to the end of the night, and if anything happens, you will be the first one to know. It's crazy how the deer activity is so minimal. We'll see. All right, everyone. Well, it's 3:45, and I just had some rutting action. I think it was the buck that I saw this morning. An actual doe came to my right running full speed. They went up the top of the hill, and then he ran down the fence line and went straight away from me. But it happened so fast, I didn't even get to video it. So that's the first buck that I've seen chasing a doe. So, well, that's a positive, so we'll see what happens. So in this clip right here, guys, I seen a real big buck, and it was walking into my shooting lane at 40 yards, but it ended up running over the hill after a doe. So in this next clip, I've zoomed in a little bit so you could see the buck better, but it was a good big 8-point. Alright guys, I just seen a giant. Oh freaking heck, just broke loose. I don't even know what happened. I had deer running down here getting chased. And then they ran down behind me, and I happened to look over on this flat, and it looked like a guy walking. So I moved, and I'm looking, and here it turned, and it was a giant buck. And it came walking up to about 40 yards. And then it just went over the hill. It either smelled me or it seen another doe. But man, it just turned on like a light switch. All right, well, I'm gonna go here and see what happens. All right, guys, it's about 20 to 6. I haven't seen nothing else after that big buck. So I'm going to get down, and that's actually going to end it for episode 2 of the 2022 Ohio Deer Trail. Thanks for joining me. If you haven't, hit that subscribe button, share us out. We really do appreciate that. And make a comment on the series and let me know what you think. See ya. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel, please hit that Off the Hook logo, and thank you for your support.